Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy K1 Conquest. K1 Conquest here. Um, I want to thank you guys for joining on here tonight. It's Labor Day night. It's the night of Labor Day 2017, and just getting ready for bed here. Extremely tired, so I just wanted to jump on here quickly, give a little pep talk, a little pep speech to myself and to all of you who are ready to get ready for an action-packed week. We had a long weekend, an extended weekend holiday. Some of you pushed through and continued to grind and continue to get your work done, and some of you kind of kicked back and relaxed this weekend. I think no matter which way you took it, no matter which way you did it this weekend, kudos to you. If you put in the extra work and cleaned up some administrative back end stuff on your end, then great for you. You're going to have a jump start moving forward. If you say, you know what, I've been working hard, grinding all year, this is a great weekend to just step back, last hoorah for the summer. Also, great for you. You well deserve it. Um, if you did something in the middle to where you maybe you put a little bit of effort in, but you also relax a little bit, again, great for you. The thing is that it's not about what you've done up until this point, and this is speaking to everybody, no matter what type of situation that you're in, whether you're in a situation to where you are just getting started on a path that you're embarking on, or rather you've been going at something for a while. What's important to know, it's not about what you've done. It's not about where you've come from. It's about what you're going to do. It's about what action steps you're going to take tomorrow. It's about how to move forward, how to have a 10x action packed week. That is what's important. All right. So I want to give a few shout outs here. See some great people jumping on. Anton, Simon, Joshua, Troy, uh, Ringos. Okay. I want to thank you all for joining on here. It's super late. Just wanted to give my late night thoughts. These I do, for myself, really. I do these to talk to myself, to get myself pumped up, but I also do these to answer your questions. So if you have any questions, please leave your questions in the comments. Your questions can be any and everything from life to success to business to just the world and experiences. Okay. As long as you answer your questions, I will continue to go as long as it takes. So, if not, then I will talk about the topic, and that will be that. All right. So, again, my name is K1 Conquest. If you're just jumping on board, if you do not know me, I have established 4 businesses in my life, and currently working on pushing, promoting, getting those out there to as many people as possible. I run a digital marketing agency where we provide services and products to small businesses and mid-sized businesses and large businesses, rather. Anybody looking for website design, graphic design, video creation, anything to promote your business. We definitely have some services that I think will be very, very instrumental in helping you grow your business, your service, or your brand. So, if you're interested in connecting with us at the Conquest Agency, to do so, you can give us a call. We have a really good promotion going on right now that we're actually going to be extending into tomorrow, into Tuesday, for the day after Labor Day sale. Now, a lot of people wanted to relax today. They didn't want to, focus on work, and I understand that. So we're extending that sale with the Conquest Agency for Digital Marketing Services until the end of the day tomorrow. I also run a company called Karate Business Solutions, where we help martial arts school owners nationwide grow and succeed. My personal brand, K1 Conquest, and a new company, Rising Tree Karate, which is going to be a martial arts school for kids and adults. with other services as far as anti-bullying, education, predator prevention, and most importantly, life skills, helping people develop the life skills necessary to succeed and instilling those life skills into our children of the future, our leaders of the future, our children. All right, so how to have that 10x week. Let's jump into that. All right, how to have that 10x week. The way to have the 10x week is it's simple in theory, but it takes a lot of work, and that's what makes it hard. You know, I've always talked about the 4 degrees of action, and these 4 degrees of action has come from a book that I've read called the 10x Rule. And so you see, there's 4 different ways people can take action moving into something. They can either not do anything at all. Okay, they can begin to move forward, but then sneak back, move forward, then retreat, move forward, then give up. Okay, and that's what a lot of people do. And I think when people do things like that, it becomes very frustrating for all involved. And I'm dealing with some of that, a few members of my team, and I can just say that what what is most frustrating is when you want to move forward with the next action, and yet you have people who just don't have the right mindset yet on what it takes to make that actually come true. So that mindset is what's very important for pushing through if you're going to push forward with a mass amount of action. Because you see, the third level of action that is stated in the book is normal amount of action. And I think that's what people are most comfortable with. That's what the world operates on, normal levels of action. But what I want you to do is, once you have a 10x week, I want you to move forward with massive amounts of action. If you haven't done it before, take this week as an experiment to do so. And if you've done it before, keep pushing forward and don't think you're going to exhaust yourself. You won't exhaust yourself as long as you're operating in that 4th degree of action, as long as you're staying committed and focused and obsessed with your craft, with your business, with your brand, and with your success. You have to understand success is your duty, and no one else is going to attain it for you. No one else can accomplish that for you. It is all up to you. And the only way to do that, the only way to get ahead, the only way to stand out above the crowd is to move forward on everything that you have your list of things to do. Every night I try and write down my plans for the day. I have this binder called Plans, and I try to write down exactly how I want the day to look tomorrow. Now, if you know me personally, you know I'm not a big planner. So you might think that this is ironic that I write out my plans each and every night. The things that I preach and things that I say, I know sometimes come out to be a little different. And so a lot of people wonder, like, how does he actually get this stuff done if he doesn't plan, if he doesn't do these things, if he just kind of goes with the flow? While I love going with the flow, you also have to have a game plan. And so every night I write out these plans in this book here, and I write out to-do lists, I write out phone calls I have to make, write out my top priorities, and I write out a tentative schedule on what I want the day to look like. So this is all going to be happening tomorrow. So I hope. But things happen and things change. And so the only way to move forward with 10x action, to move forward unapologetically for everything that you need to do, everything on that list needs to be accomplished tomorrow. You see, there's quite a bit of stuff on here. Okay, and all these things need to be done tomorrow. You have to put yourself in a state of mind to where you must commit. And when you commit, then you're able to get those things accomplished. Okay, so let's talk about the difference between normal action and 10x action, normal action and massive action. The difference is very simple. If I looked at this list tomorrow and I wanted to get some of these tasks done, for the normal amount of action is I would look at the list and I would say, okay, well, this must be done and this, I can hold off. So let me get the things that must be done. And then let's see if there's time for the others. That would be a normal approach of doing it. 10x approach of doing it is looking at the list, boom, 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 boom. Just going right at them without question, without thought, without what if, without, this is a lot, without, oh, I need a break. It's just getting it done. It's simply pushing past the comfort level. All right. One of my great friends, Stacey A. Cross, there's no E in her name, always talks about being that comfort killer, killing comfort. You're not pushing and grinding and working to build your business, to build your brand, to build your empire, to be comfortable. You're doing it to get uncomfortable, to push past the comfort limits. Because when you push past those limits, when you push the boundaries, when you push yourself to what you think, oh, it's going to be exhaustion, that's when you begin to break into a whole new light to where you realize that so many new possibilities are out there. So continue to push, continue to take that massive approach this week. And I guarantee you, you're going to see tr- some amazing levels of change at the end of this week. You're going to see gigantic levels of success at the end of this week. So just continue to push forward, continue to do all that you can, whatever it takes, into succeeding in this week. Set yourself a goal. Every morning, I write out my goals. Okay. I have a book here called 10X Goals. All right. And this is just a regular notepad. You can get a 10X action planner. But I write them out right now in this goal book. And every day I write out what my goals are. Okay. At night, usually I try and do it, and in the morning. But in the morning, it happens more than the night. But I write them down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on what I want to succeed in, not just for the day, but for my life, for everything moving forward. And then in this book, the plan book, I write down what the tasks are for the next day ahead. All right. So that's just a little insight onto how I prepare my week, my days for 10X action. And as you can imagine, trying to juggle 4 different companies, 4 different teams of people, to push and get so much traction through our online presence, through our presence through phone calls, through our presence through working with all these other different businesses that we made partnerships with. It takes a lot of work, and so you can't slow up. You have to continue to push forward. All right. So I just want to give a shout out here to a few people. I see a couple of comments on here. All right. Joshua Troy is here. Jim. Fran is here. Good to see you, Fran. Tay is here. Fran says, wow, I love that. Yeah, Fran, absolutely. And no, thank you. You have to have things and systems in place to where it sets you up and it continues to keep you on track for success. And I've learned that having ideas, and I used to keep an idea journal, is a great thing. But the problem is with that is that when you have ideas and they're not put into an action plan, they're not put into, that's why one of for Credit Business Solutions, we have a product called the 10X Action Plan, where we every single month create a plan for schools to have what they need to do to grow. I have that product because I have that for myself. You see, everything that I do, I create them for myself first, and then I figure out a way how to duplicate, replicate that, and make it available to other people as well. Whatever works for you can work for somebody else. Having something like this where I can write out my plans every night works for me because it keeps me on track for the next day. Otherwise, I'll wake up with all these other ideas and nothing would ever really get accomplished. So it's great to have ideas and to write down those ideas, but then to write them down in a plan so that you're able to then work on them and actually see them come into fruition moving forward, I think is super important. So that's the secret sauce, I think, to having a 10X week, to moving forward with massive action. Is, for one, you have to write out your goals. You have to write out your goals every single day. And I mean that, every single day, because when you don't write them out every single day, I mean, think about it. The majority of the world, when do they write out their goals? They write out their goals once a year. Okay, New Year's, once a year. Oh, I'm setting new goals. Most people don't write out their goals more than that. So you taking a notebook like that, getting a 10X action planner, writing them down every single day, you're constantly reminding yourself, you're constantly flooding your mind with your vision. And the more you do that, not only are you putting it out there so that it can come true, but you're reminding yourself of your purpose every day. You're reminding yourself of why you're doing what you're doing. Not just mentally reminding yourself, but physically writing it out and seeing it on paper just has a lot of power. And then going into the day prepared, mentally amped up because you see those big goals and you know why you have to work so hard today will just make you perform so much better. It'll make you go about every situation with the right attitude, with the right mindset, and push forward. Be able to push and push with 10x effort, not just normal amount of effort. Remember, there's 4 degrees of action. 1, to not do anything at all. 2, to move forward but yet retreat. 3, to move forward with normal amount of action, which is what most people in the world do, which actually can be more dangerous than the first 2 because that will lead you to eventually retreat. And 4, to move forward with massive levels of action, to push past the barriers, to go nuts. So where other people literally think you're losing your mind, all right? Because eventually those people are going to look at you and say, wow, you made it. Wow, you actually did this. How on earth can one person do that? How on earth can somebody grow to these levels? And it's because you move forward with 10x levels of action. So I wish you all the best. I wish you all the success this week. If you have any questions throughout the week, I'm always here for you. My inbox is always open. You can always send your questions in these late night thoughts. I want you to join me next week for my shows. I have 2 shows, web shows I do every single week. Marketing Muscle, which will air every Monday, and Black Belt Sales, which will air every Wednesday. If you have questions for those shows, send in your questions. I answer questions at the end of those shows. And thank you so much, guys, for joining me tonight. I'm exhausted. I got to wake up at about 6:30 for a workout, and then I have to do a voiceover for a commercial. So it was great to see you guys tonight. Thank you all for your comments, for your likes, and for your support. Please go ahead and share this video. I wish you all the best and success this week as you 10x all of your efforts and move forward with power and ferocity. Wish you the best and success. Hey, above all else, you know what I want you to do. Stay great.